Nike actually has accused StockX of selling fakes, and they actually have some proof. So if you don't know that there has been an ongoing lawsuit between StockX and Nike because StockX actually started selling NFTs that are featuring Nike's logos and trademarks, which obviously triggered the lawsuit. But while that lawsuit is still ongoing, Nike actually dropped a bombshell during the lawsuit because Nike is now accusing StockX of selling counterfeit sneakers after Nike actually purchased 4 pairs of the shoe from StockX, and one of them came back fake. Now, Nike says that within a 2-month period, they bought 4 Air Jordan 1 patent breads, and all of them came with the StockX tag and paper receipt saying that they are 100% authentic, but it turns out one of those is definitely fake. But Landon, what are your thoughts?
Hey, man, I came ready today. You can look at me and you can call me the StockX defense attorney because I got their response right here. You ready for this?
All right. Is this actually their response?
This is StockX's response to this lawsuit. So here we go. We take customer appreciation extremely seriously, and we've invested millions to fight the proliferation of counterfeit products that virtually every global marketplace faces today. Nike's latest filing is not only baseless, but also is curious, given that their own brand protection team has communicated confidence in our authentication program, and that hundreds of Nike employees, including current senior executives, use StockX to buy and sell products. Last part of it. This latest tactic amounts to nothing more than a panicked and desperate attempt to resuscitate its losing legal case against our innovative Vault NFT program that revolutionizes the way that consumers can buy, store, and sell collectibles safely, efficiently, and sustainably. Nike's challenge has no merit and clearly demonstrates their lack of understanding of the modern marketplace.
Ooh.
This is what StockX responded to.
That's a low-key kind of clap back.
Yeah, so they, honestly, to put it straight up, they are not ducking the smoke.
No.
No, StockX came out, they said all this stuff, they were like bringing receipts, they're like, look, if this happened, it happened. But at the same time, Nike knows that, they place trust in these third-party markets to do stuff like that. They've voiced on multiple occasions their approval of StockX and the job that they do and stuff like that. And then now to kind of come at them sideways is almost what you want to look at it, if you want to call it that.
Right.
So, I mean, it's definitely it's going to get ugly.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not going to back down. It's not going to be like a...
No, this is going to be a long, long lawsuit.
Man, you know what? We can almost
millions of dollars.
We need to have... So, right now, we're at 6 articles. We've been toying with our setup. We're at 5 articles, and then we do a copper drop. That's what we got coming up next. We need to go 4 articles, copper drop, and who is Nike suing this week? That needs to be our 6th article.
Oh, man.
It needs to be 4 articles, copper drop, Nike lawsuit.
Right.
We got John Geiger. We got Mischief. We got... It doesn't
Nike,
matter. There's
Nike definitely keeps their lawyers busy.
Right.
I'll tell you that for sure.
But StockX is not like John Geiger. I mean,
they're
going to come to the plate.
Well, it is
And
kind
I
of
already told
interesting.
you. I mean, you just heard it.
While I was writing this article up, I go, even though Nike made the product, I don't think because they're involved with the lawsuit, that they can say that shoe is actually fake, because it's a little complicated because
it's almost like Big Brother too. Like, hey, we're watching you, and we're gonna buy shoes from you occasionally and test to see if they're real or not.
But here's the thing, I don't think Nike can be the lead authority on their authentic shoe in that case, even though Nike made the shoe. But it's kind of hard. It's like saying you're the maker of the shoe, and because you're also suing, you can say that it's fake, but it could be real. I would love to see what kind of proof they bring.
Dude,
besides the accusation.
I
want to see photos. I want to see.
I was looking at some Twitter articles the other day of people talking look, at this point in time, it's almost turned into more of a moral, not moral. What was the word that they were using? More of an internal process on whether you wear real sneakers or fake sneakers because they look so similar now. You used to be able to look at a shoe and be like, hey, man, we've been there and be like, yo, that shoe's fake.
Yeah.
Off-white, neon green,
Jordan 1.
We're like, hey, look, first off, that shoe never came out.
Yeah.
So it's fake. If some off-white Vapor Max, we're like, hey, look, the purple Vapor Max off-white never released. That wasn't a shoe. That's fake. But some shoes these days, man, Travis Scott Jordan 1 Loads is the article that they were using. It's you're like, look.
The same, it's same quality materials.
I cannot see the difference.
Yeah.
and the quality may not be 100% the same. I imagine it has to probably not be, but at the same time, like, we're talking about just looks alone at this point. Like, my Epic Reacts that I bought from DHgate don't feel like Epic Reacts, I don't think, but they look like it. They sure look like it. So then it just turns into, like, you know, I don't really knock anyone for wanting to do that. Like, whenever the DH gang
wearing fakes,
yeah, like whenever there's very two different sides of the fence. There's not really a middle ground. Like, you're either like, yeah, man, I can see people wearing fakes, or you're like, that totally poisons the entire shoe game. That's toxic. It's this and that. Personally, I think if you feel that way, you're a little too invested on what other people want to do. But
wow,
I mean,
that's my side.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can see, because you want it, like, whenever you get into the whole business of, if I'm buying a shoe and I'm paying for a real price for it, it better be real.
Yeah.
But if I'm buying a shoe and I'm paying $150 to have a fake Travis Scott 1 instead of paying $1,000, then just, like, I'm buying it for me. I'm not trying to buy it to screw over anyone else or do anything like that. Because, I mean, these shoes, they get way out of control. And the fact that it doesn't cost that much to make them.
But here's the thing with that argument, is that they're buying it for them, but they're really buying it because they want to see people, and he's emulating that he has money, or whoever bought it has money.
Or you just like to look at the shoe. I think there's two sides to that. No, you could be. Because me personally, I didn't want people to, like, whenever, like, I bought, like, I went on a small DHgate tangent, and I was, like, buying, like, some Yeezy 350s. I bought, like,
I think if you buy a fake, you have to sign a contract saying that if someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, nice shoes," you gotta say thanks, but they are fake.
Oh, I'm not signing that contract. Get out of here.
Why? Why is that?
Why? I just like to look at the shoe.
You can't. Okay, if someone comes up to you and asks,
says, "Are they fake?"
Are they?
You have to answer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're fake.
Okay. As long as we can go that. Route.
I mean that route at that point, because it's like it does have that whole, like, it feels better to have the real thing on your foot. It feels better to have the real thing on your foot.
Sure.
Like, I mean, the Off-White, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Whenever I got those, yeah, as long as you're honest about it, like, don't screw anyone over. Like, whenever I got those Off-White Jordan 1 UNCs, I remember it took me 2 times. The first ones I bought them for like $500, and they were fake, and I was like, so I'm gonna have to pay more. But he's like, yeah, man, they're used, they're really close, but I can see that they're fake. They don't have this spot on them. And I'm like, okay. There was a small moment there, and I'm like, I return these. I ante up. I go probably another $300-400 more to someone that I know, to where I know it's probably in that for sure real range. Or I save the $300. These things are about as close as it gets. But that shoe, that was one of the shoes where, I mean, I've been out of the fake game for a while now too. I haven't really messed with those fake shoes in a minute now, but. I mean, I don't know, just being on that side, I can see the whole, like, whenever you got your fake NMD human race shoes, I mean, you're like, those are sick.
Yeah,
it's a cool looking shoe.
Yeah.
It's a nice shoe.
They're uncomfortable, though.
Yeah, they're not great. Yours are uncomfortable. Mine, I got the same ones, it's just in a different color. They felt great.
Yeah.
Oh, I sold those, too.
Yeah.
I sold them as fake.
Yeah.
Hey. I sold them as fake. I made sure that they knew.
Yeah, as long as you sell them as, like, if you're gonna sell.
Whenever I was doing
that?
Yeah,
that was a whole big thing. I was like, dude, you have to say they're fake.
I never was not. You say that like, hey, you have to say they're fake, as if I was going there at one moment trying to off them as real.
No, I was saying,
it's just,
like,
you have to make sure you put it in the title, in the description, in the everywhere, like, you know, because like in the title you can't even put fake. You have to put like
inauthentic. I think
you have to put like unauthentic athletic sneakers.
Yeah.
Because you can't put Adidas, you can't put NMD, HU, Human Race, any of that stuff, Pharrell Williams. All that has to stay off of it, because it's like, it's not true. I first off didn't list them like that. I said like fake NMD, HU, fake NMD, this and that, and they were taking it down. They were taking it down. I was like, all right. Chinese people are on here doing that same thing, but whatever. All right, not Chinese people, but Chinese
companies.
Chinese companies and like
companies,
different listers on eBay are doing the same thing, but whatever. It's a whole big thing. But gosh dang, how do we get that far off this? And you got any more final thoughts about the StockX thing, real quick?
I mean, I think I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna hold up. I mean, it's gonna be a tough. I think StockX still has an uphill battle. I don't know if they're going to win. I really don't think they're going to win.
They sure think they're going to win. I'll tell you that right now.
I hope they do, because
that was
would
part
allow
of it.
some
I
more
just
creative.
screenshotted this whenever you said you were going to do the article. I was like, oh, I saw this. I'm like, I'm going to bring this and just see what your opinions are on it, because there
it's
was
a good,
little more
it's a good
too.
response.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
It's another one of those things where it's just what does Nike really have to gain to start up a formal lawsuit instead of just trying to settle this behind closed doors?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, because now this is out there and it's big. Like, everyone's talking about it.
Yeah. Everyone in the
every
scene.
main sneaker page was talking about it on Twitter. It's already out there now. So now it's either someone's gonna have to come in and say, hey, look, it was no big deal, we were wrong, or it's gonna legit get settled in the courtroom and
it's definitely in the courtroom. But yeah, I don't know. We're definitely gonna be following regardless, and hopefully we actually get a result by the end of this year. But
yeah, no,
we'll see.
They got more lawsuits they got to tangle out first. This
Oh,
one
yeah.
just hit the board.
Oh yeah.